Hi all, in this video we are taking on all bosses that drop artifacts in ASKA and give you an idea of what it's like to fight them. While there is a total of 5 bosses in the game right now, today we are only looking at the 4 that drop artifacts. A unique drop that lets you build special altars. We'll cover the 5th and most challenging boss, the Stone Jotun, in a dedicated video. Before we start, a few things in regards to preparation and readiness. For the sake of this video and to keep solo players in mind, we attempted all fights around day 15. We'll have Ragnar do the fighting, while the other pixel, ASKA, spectates. While Ragnar is a better melee fighter overall, our starting melee skill was 2 and for the subsequent fights around 4, so not a really skilled nor well-leveled fighter. We're also using no armor whatsoever and our sole weapon is a heavy club. Though, should you attempt your fights in winter, we strongly recommend at least the most basic clothes to protect you from the cold. Speaking of weapons, if you're fighting at a comparable level and with a similar weapon, then make sure that you have a weapon that's not about to break. You need a full heavy club to be on the safe side, worst case bring a spare. Other than that, have enough food and water with you, and for quick extra heals, a stack or 2 of fresh garlic and or onions. That said, the most important thing you should do before heading out is resting. Preferably in a chieftain house in order to get the extremely beneficial rested buff for more strength and quick stamina recovery. A newly applied rested buff from the chieftain house lasts for around 12 minutes. Now let's travel to the beach to find the location of our first boss, Haugr the Relentless, a wight. You'll recognize the location by the many wights that are roaming around a shipwreck. And if you look closer, 2 piles with a weird pulsating mass within a ribcage. The first thing you should do is to clear the area from all the regular wights, so you can fight the boss undisturbed. Once done, it's time to destroy both of the piles. The boss will spawn as soon as the second one is destroyed. Okay, get ready, Haugr the Relentless is about to appear. So, what do you need to know about this boss? First of all, he loves to knock people back. Haugr has a charge attack, and if you don't dodge it, he'll knock you back. His regular hits can cause bleed, and he can also curse you for a brief dot, but we have not seen him do it very often. Should the boss charge into an object, he causes an AoE knockback, like here. As long as you have the rested buff and can recover stamina quickly, you should be able to interrupt the boss easily and grind him down. Well done, Haugr has been defeated. Now what about the loot? Let's skin the body with a knife to find out. In our case, we got 6 metal scraps and 5 Jotun blood, but the most important bit is this here, the water artifact. This item allows you to build the water runestone in your village, a special altar that allows you and your villagers to hold ceremonies and get a buff. Here you can see the water runestone in action. You can either hold ceremonies yourself or assign a villager to it. The only requirement to build it is that you have built a wooden altar in your village. The runestone can be refueled with resin, and its blessing gives you and your villagers a buff for reduced thirst, moderate increased dexterity, and an increased affinity for melee combat. By the way, villagers who participate in any runestone ceremony will also see an increase to their happiness. Now let's find the second boss, the great Necromancer Skeletroll. The location you're looking for is a large cemetery that features several standing stones around a stone statue in the center, and is home to several skeletons. As with the first boss, clear the site from all regular skeletons so you won't get adds during the fight. Once ready, destroy the 2 piles to summon the boss. And here comes the big Skeletroll. As you can guess by its appearance, there is some magic involved, but definitely not the good kind. The Necromancer casts spells that curse you and give you a brief dot. One of the boss's specialties is that he also teleports, so you can't easily corner or interrupt the boss. Furthermore, when in melee range, he occasionally casts an AoE knockback. But most importantly, the boss summons skeleton adds that cause additional annoyance. Try to take them out fast, so you can focus on the boss without taking damage from them. If you focus on the adds and are quick with following the boss around, you'll master this fight easily. Now, what does the Great Necromancer drop? Using our wooden hammer, we got 3 metal scraps and 5 Jotun blood. And the reason why we're here, the air artifact. The air artifact allows you to build the air runestone in your village that gives a moderate dexterity buff, as well as an increased affinity for ranged combat. The third boss we decided to tackle was Jarl Banemann. Jarl is a Draugr boss, so the location you're looking for is naturally a field full of Draugr. If you see the 2 piles for summoning the boss, you are in the right location. Same procedure as with the previous bosses, we suggest clearing the area first. Make sure to startle all the petrified Draugrs and kill them. Next, destroy the 2 piles to spawn the boss. Jarl is one of the bosses that's pretty straightforward. All we could observe is that he has a special jump attack that knocks you back, so evade it when you can. He also has a sword attack that knocks back, so be careful with both, as it's easy to get yourself locked down if he manages to knock you back repeatedly. Other than that, it's possible to interrupt his attacks with your heavy attack, and as long as you have the rested buff, this fight should be one of the easier ones. Once down, Jarl can be looted like any other Draugr. Simply harvest him with a stone pick. We got 6 metal scraps and 3 Jotun blood this time, and most importantly the fire artifact. Building the fire runestone in your village allows you to get a buff that gives a moderate strength increase, as well as an increased affinity for blacksmithing, firekeeping and cooking. The fourth and last boss we are going to fight is Fenrir. Fenrir is a Wolfar boss and can be found at active Wolfar dens that have 2 piles of brown dead branches around them. As always, before you destroy the 2 piles to spawn the boss, clear the area of any enemies. Now, from all the fights, this one was the most challenging for us. Pixel isn't the best dodger, and you really need to be a bit more crafty here. This fight can't easily be brute forced. Fenrir is quick, and his attack does not only knock you back, but causes a bleed that stacks. If you spam heavy attacks, it's all fairly easy until Fenrir reaches 50% HP. At this point, he spawns 4 adds and it can get chaotic very fast. While the adds can be stunned, they often split up, and it's difficult to time the attacks while getting attacked from some of them and Fenrir. With the wrong timing and bad luck, this fight turns ugly real quick. Taking the adds out is your main priority, before shifting focus back to Fenrir. Not the most refined fighter, our Ragnar managed with a combination of dodging, running and healing at the same time. But we did it. Skinning Fenrir with our trusty stone knife, we got 4 leather scraps and a final earth artifact. By the way, using an iron knife would of course give also leatherhide and pelt when skinned. The earth artifact lets you build the corresponding runestone in your village, and its buff gives you a major health boost, an increased affinity for breaking wood and stone, and it also cures colds. And these were the 4 bosses that drop artifacts. We hope you found our summary of each fight helpful and are looking forward to build your own special runestones. Stay tuned for our video about the Stone Jotun boss fight, and as always, please don't hesitate to comment, give us a thumbs up and subscribe.